The sum of two numbers is 99. The difference of the two numbers is 68 less than the sum. What is the smaller number? So just look at it one piece at a time. The sum of the two numbers. Do we have any idea what those two numbers are now? Are they the exact same number? Do we know that? So we should assume that they are two different numbers. And if I have two different numbers, then I should have two different what in my problem?
Variables.
Two different variables. And what shall we call them? X and Y. And the sum of x and y is x plus y. The sum of x and y is what? 99. So there is our first equation. The difference of the two numbers is 68 less than the sum. So if I have the difference of the two numbers, difference is minus. So I could do x minus y. But the difference is 68 less than the sum, which is 99. So what is 99 minus 68? 31. 99 minus 68. That's where we get the 31. So once we have that, we can now solve this equation, system of equations. And there's more than one way to do this. You shouldn't have to multiply anything in here because all of your coefficients are 1 on x and y. So let's look at this. If we add them both together, I'll get a 2x. If I add y and a negative y, they just cancel out. It's 0. And if I add 99 and 31, what do I get? If I add them together, I get what? 130. Okay, so 2x equals 130. Divide 130 by 2 and come up with what? 65. Okay, so if we know that we have x is 65, then we have to go back and figure out what y is. So we're going to use the top equation. X is 65. Didn't mean to write that, but I'll just finish it since I can't erase it for whatever reason. 65 is x, and then plus y equals 99. So 99 minus 65 will give us the other number, which is what? 34. Now just don't get x and y and then write those down because that's not the answer to the problem. The question is, what is the smaller number? So the smaller number is 34, and that is your answer to the problem. Simply writing 65 and 34, 65 comma 34, is not going to get it because the question has to be answered specifically. The difference of two numbers is 23. What's the first equation I should write without reading the rest of the problem? Yeah, x minus y equals 23. The sum of the two numbers is 110 more than the difference. So the sum is x plus y. And what is 110 more than 23? 133. Now we know the system. The question is, what is the larger number this time? Okay, so we have x, we have a coefficient of 1 or negative 1 on everything. How about we subtract this time and cancel out the x's? Negative y minus y is negative 2y. What is 23 minus 133? Negative 110. So I need negative 110 divided by negative 2, which is what? 55. All right, so y is 55. Let's find x. Let's use the bottom equation. X plus 55 equals 133. So to get that, we're going to have to do 133 minus 55, which is what? How much? 188 or negative 188? How much? 78. Yeah. 78. The question is asking, what is the larger number? 78. So 78 is the answer to the problem. The sum of two numbers is 59, so x plus y equals 59. And the difference of the two numbers is 9. X minus y equals 9. What is the product of the two numbers? I'll eliminate the x's. X minus x is 0. Y minus a negative y is 2y, and 59 minus 9 is 50. So I have y equals 50 divided by 2, which will be 25. Now plug that back in to find the other number. X plus 25 equals 59. So 59 minus 25 will give me x equals 34. Your two numbers are 34 and 25. So you have to multiply those together to come up with the product of x and y. 34 times 25 is 850. A movie theater sold 1,562 tickets. Adult tickets are $6.25 and children tickets are $2.50. If the theater made $9,451.25 from ticket sales, then how many more adult tickets were sold than children tickets? You have how many different types of tickets that are being sold? Two. And they are adult and children. Give me two variables that I can use to represent adult and children. We could use x and y or something that signifies them a little more closely. A and C. A and C will make it much easier on you. If the movie theater sold 1,562 tickets, that means adult tickets plus children tickets would equal 1,562. Now, adult tickets are $6.25 and children tickets are $2.50. And we know that the theater made $9,451.25 total from ticket sales. That means the number of adult tickets multiplied by the price of an adult ticket to start with. So that is $6.25 times A. Represents the amount of money made from adult tickets. And then $2.50 times C represents the money made from children tickets. If you add those together, you should get 94, 51, 25. You must solve this system of equations to come up with the information you need to solve the problem. I need a much smaller marker. There we go. You can solve it by elimination. You can solve it by substitution. If you solve it by elimination, pay attention to the fact that you would have to multiply all the way through here by either 625 or 250. That might be a little more than what you really need to do, considering you just have A plus C up here. How about we solve for A or C and get the other variable and the number together? So let's do this. How about C equals 1562 minus A? And we put this expression in for C in the bottom equation, so that we have 625A plus 250 times 1562 minus A. And of course that would have to be equal to the 9451.25. Now you have some simplifying to do. The 625 can stay where it's at. But now you have 250 times 1562. And don't forget that is $2.50 times 1562 would be $39.05. And then you have $2.50 times a negative A, so minus 250A.
How did the 1562
And then you have to go through and put equal to 9451.25. Now get your like terms together. You have a 625A and a minus 250A. So 6.25 minus 2.5 is 375A. And then we have 3905 that just tags along. And of course on the other side you'll have 9451.25. Now get the A term by itself, so that's 375A equals 9451.25 minus 3905. And figure out what that right side is. 9451.25 minus 3905 gives me 5546.25. And on the right side you still have 375A. So A would be equal to 5546.25 divided by 375. And that comes out to be 1,479. That's the number of adult tickets that were sold. But we have to also find the children's tickets as well. And we know that from here we can get the children's tickets, but we also have children's tickets isolated already there when we were substituting. So how about we do the C equals 1562 minus A. C equals 1562 minus A, which is 1479. 1562 minus 1479 would give me 83. So now the question is, how many more adult tickets were sold than children's tickets? So you would have to do 1479 minus 83 and come up with 1396 for the answer to the problem. You cannot simply write 1479 and 83 and get credit for the problem as having a right answer. You must answer the question that is being asked.